So both my grandmas, my Nana and my Grandy, flew them to Italy. It was their first time ever. It was their dream to go. And I surprised them and I brought them on set and dressed them up as nuns, and they got to be in the film, and then surprised them and brought them to the premiere. Hello?
Sydney, I was hypnotized by your acting in this movie, specifically by that scene when you scream. I know that you only did one take for that. Besides the acting, because I know you're doing this because you are portraying a character, I want to ask you about that release, because inevitably you are letting go a lot of things when you're screaming, and that as an actor must be really fulfilling, and I want to ask you about that.
It is, especially that moment, there's so much wrapped up in 3 minutes, where it wasn't just fear, it was pain, it was freedom, it was sadness, it was this guttural fierceness that she found within herself, and being able to, as an actor, go to all of those different places and discover depths that you don't even know are in there. It's very therapeutic almost, in a way. It is.
Álvaro, there is a very interesting question around your character. It's a very thin line if you are playing like a scientist or if you're playing God, right? So how did you embrace that as an actor to understand what the character is about and then to show that to the audience?
Well, actually, that was the most interested me when I approached to Father Tedeschi, to find that middle point, the balance in between these two completely different men. At the end of the day, it's like he's a passionate guy, and you embrace that conception to build up the character. But what it's nice to play around with as an actor is when you already has determined that I am a scientist, then I show you the God face, and the other way around. So that's a very funny thing to work as an actor.
Sydney, I know this movie is very important for you because you are pursuing it since you auditioned 10 years ago. And I saw these sweet images of you bringing your grandmas to the premiere and to the set. Yeah. They were there, they were extras, right?
They were. So both my grandmas, my Nana and my Grandy, flew them to Italy. It was their first time ever. It was their dream to go. And I surprised them and I brought them on set and dressed them up as nuns, and they got to be in the film, and then surprised them and brought them to the premiere.
I've been following your career. I've seen you on White Lotus and Euphoria and The Voyeurs, recently in Anyone But You. And you are so different in every character. You are growing and keep getting better. How do you see yourself in all this evolution that you've had? Because what I see is just talent. I see you so young and I'm like, she's admirable. And I want to ask you, how do you feel about that?
Well, thank you. It's so kind of you to say. I think that I try to find characters that challenge me in new ways. I usually have this thing where if I'm scared of a character, then that usually is a good sign, because I'm going to be pushing myself to try new things and push myself to discover new qualities about this industry or the character or myself. I think throughout each of the characters, whether it's Cassie from Euphoria or Olivia or Bea from Anyone But You, I learned so much during that process, and I hope that it helps me and allows me to grow as an artist.
You as an actor have the chance to be somebody that you're not in real life. And in this movie, you can do these horrible or creative things. I want to ask you about the joy of that.
I'm always trying to do something different that I've been doing before, and trying to not just do what is expected. I mean, I believe the stories are kind of all of them already told, but it depends on how do you look at them, how do you tell them, you can put on the table a new perspective. And that's what I most enjoy of being an actor, to find these little different things.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
You.